Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I remain Emmanuel Adebayo. In my previous video, we spoke about rules to teach your son, to make your son a man of value and a man of purpose. However, we were unable to conclude that path. We are going to conclude it in this video. So listing the number fifth point and the last point is something that should be found in a man. Without it, I tell you, that man is what? Is not a man of value. Rather, it's going to be a destructive man to the society, and you don't want your son to become a nuisance or possibly a man without value or a person without value. Number one point for today is thank the vegetarian and appreciate them. You are teaching your son the act of service. The vegetarian are those that have fought for the liberation of this country and also for the independence of this country. Thank them, appreciate them through the act of donation. You can donate. We have the Armed Forces Remembrance Day. They are there. You can donate to them. So you are teaching your son the act of appreciation. Those that have come before them, that precede them, you are teaching your son the act of giving and also the act of appreciation. Eat with your kid. So you are teaching your son the act of inclusion, kindness, and also to befriend them. So many of our sons don't even know their father. Their father is in, they live with their father in the same house. However, they don't know their father. Teach your son, be your son's best friend, in the sense that if he has anything in his heart to lay down to you, he's going to tell you. Rather than telling another person outside, you will be the first person he's going to tell. So teach your son, eat with your son, eat with your kid. You are teaching them the act of inclusion, kindness, and also you are befriending your son at the same time. After writing, and the third point is, after writing an angry email, read it carefully and delete it. So you are pouring your earth, thoughtful communication, writing a thoughtful communication. Possibly you're angry at that moment, rather than sending a potential regretful email that will cause you an harm. Write it. You are writing it, pouring your grievance. At the same time, you are thinking the negative side of sending the email. After writing it down, possibly you might have thought about the negative side. If this email goes out, what will become of it? Your tongue is more or less speaking. When you utter a word, you can't what? Take it back. So read it thoughtfully, and also is potentially a potential harm to you. So you are telling your son that it's not all things that should be spoken out. You can think of it, and at the same time you point out the negative aspect of each words or each thing writing out. You are writing out. So you are telling your son to become a man of principle, and at the same time a man that think both the advantage and the disadvantage. The fourth part of it is ask your mom to play a game with you. She won't let you win. Ask your mom to play a game with you. She won't let you win. It's not about the winning mentality, but about the experience. You are telling your son to form a bond with the person that gave birth to him. Your mom is also a person that of important to you. Experience the bond with your mom. She won't even allow you to win. She won't allow you to win means the mentality of experiencing the joy of a mother and a son. So have important inclusion with your mom, important bond with your mom. That's what you're telling your son. The fifth part of it is, which I tell you is something that should be included in him, is something, a value that should be found in a man. Manner maketh a man. A man without manner is a disastrous man to the society. What are we saying? Person's character and standing is what? Are defined in his manner and what? Character. A person's character, manner are defined in his behavior and manner. Meaning a person without manner cannot become somebody of importance in a society. If you lack manner, you lack a leadership quality. A person that has manner imbibe the quality of a leader. If you first attributes or something in retrospect, in also in another point of view, you are also telling your son that in as much you should have a manner, something you should look out for in a woman is also what? Character and manner. That maketh the person. The person without manner is a disastrous element to the society. That's what you're telling your son, you're teaching your son. The sixth part of it is give credit and take responsibility. Give credit and take blame. What are we talking about? Is the act of responsibility and humility, and also possibly emphasizing accepting responsibility. You might be in a team and you are the leader of that team, and you delegate an assignment to your team member. That assignment, the assignment was done and it was given to you. You didn't let her cross check, and you send that to your superior, and your superior get back to you and told you that that assignment you did was a taboo and error was found in it. Now taking it into look, the assignment was not given to your team member. The assignment was given to you from your boss, which is your superior. So are you going to call out your team member that he was the one that found solution, or he was the one that that did the assignment? No, you must take responsibility. You are telling your team member, you're telling your superior that I'm sorry, I was the one that did the assignment, and at the same time I fumbled. So ownership and responsibility. You are teaching your son the act of responsibility, the act of ownership, owing to what is it. Even if as far you a leader, you are teaching your son things, principle of life. You are teaching your son things he needs to know about life. So you are telling him that take responsibility. With that, you are becoming a man. You are becoming somebody of value in the society. Number 7 point is stand up for bully, protect those being bullied. Stand up for bully and protect those being bullied. Now, people that are being bullied are vulnerable. So you don't want to be an agent that propagates vulnerability. So stand there, emancipate them from those bully. So you should be Nelson Mandela, that's what emancipated South Africa from what? Those people, the apartheid. So you should be somebody that stand up for bully. You are telling your son that be an agent or an advocate of those that stand against the people, the good people. So be somebody responsible, be somebody that is being looked up to in the society. That's what you're telling your son. Then the 8th part of it is write down your dream. So proactive personal goal and aspiration. Write down your dream, take responsibility of your life, write down your goal, put your plan in a paper. So in essence, you are what? You are a person that has vision. You're a person that take responsibility. You're a person that knows what he's doing. You are teaching your son the act of responsibility, and at the same time the act to what? To pursue personal aspiration, proactive measure. I want to become something. Your bucket list, telling him that these things is a must, these things is a must, this thing is something you plan to be in the future. I think you're enjoying the section. All right, the 9th part of it is that take time to snuggle with your pet. I love pets. I love pets in particular. In particular is dog. So feed a dog for a day, he will remember you for 100 days. Then feed a man for a day, he will forget you for 100 days. Have that personal bond with your pet. A pet it's an animal that will never forget. If you form a personal snuggle with them, be part of them, they will never, if they hear your voice from a far distance without seeing you, they will be barking like they want to see you. They want to see you. So if you appreciate a pet might become your savior, possibly in one way or the other in the nearest future. You are teaching your son the act of you shouldn't possibly form bond with human. You can also form bond with what? With a pet. Circle. Number 10 point of it is that be confident and humble at the same time. It emphasizes, you are telling your son that be confident and don't be arrogant. And also humility will take you far in life. I'm telling you there are some things there are some things money can buy, but humility is a pass gate to that destination. It's a pass gate that will take you far in life. So telling your son that he should be humble, he should be confident, however not arrogant. There's a thin line between confident and arrogant. Confident, know what you are doing, know your work, know what you take, like what you take to become what you are. That means if they ask you anything in your sphere of work, you know what to tell them, you know the solution. However, there's a thin line between that and what? Arrogance. Then if you become arrogant, then you are not humble. Then humility is far from you. Be confident in all you do. So pass gate to many things in life. Your humility may be a pass gate to your leadership title. They might think to recommend someone. However, your humility might be the factor to which they will what? Assign, or to which they will what? Elect you to that position. That's what you are telling your son. The 11th part of it is that if ever in doubt, remember the son of who you are and refuse to be ordinary. Telling your son that if ever in doubt of anything you think of doing, possibly that thing should not be executed. If you are in doubt, possibly you are going out and you are in doubt of if your cloth is smelling, you perceive and you end up, don't wear that cloth. Go back, change that cloth. If ever in doubt of something, we have some subconscious mind that is more or less a mind of judgment. If your subconscious mind or subconscious thought is in negative part, or possibly is 50%, don't do that. Don't execute that. Telling your son, and it should not be ordinary. It should be above ordinary. You don't want your son to become the same with their equal, above their equal. Then you need to teach them what is required to become what? A man. Number 12 part of it is that in all things lead by example, not by explanation. Do as I do, don't do as I say. Your action should be what? Be visible, like people should see it. You should be man of small words and what? More action. You should be person that perform, and you talk less. You are telling your son that he should be person that is the person he should be. 13 point. I gave you bonus. I was supposed to talk about 10, but I'm telling you more than 10. So these are bonus inclusion. Dressed how you want to be addressed is important. Dressing, the first thing they look out when you go out is your dressing, your shoe. When they look at your shoe, your hair, and at the same time they check your what are you wearing. So tell your son that in all you do, dress well. Dressing is a form of respect. I heard a story about someone that went out, he dressed well. That person, he don't know how to speak, possibly something happened. I think his words were no. So when they were just rest, like, welcome sir, how can you do? He didn't say anything. Welcome sir, he was just following the direction. When he spoke out some, they were like, kilo shele, kini baba, so what is he saying? So your dressing is a respect itself. We always wear your watch. That's one thing I always take note. Anywhere I'm going, I'm including my. Tell him to dress well, smell well, breath well. You are teaching your son the act of being a man. The last point is something very important, which is number 14. Be blessed by being a blessing. If you are blessed, try to what? That gesture of being blessed, what? Replenish it by being a blessing to others. Try to be a blessing to others. Try to form an act of responsibility of being blessed and being a blessing. I hope you enjoyed this section. Kindly like, share, and comment. I would love to read your comment about my point I mentioned today. So I would love your comment. Thank you very much. I remain Emmanuel Adebayo. See you in our next video.